Yeah, Ilia, you know, it's there anytime. Know what I mean? Anytime, lad. 100%. That fight's got to happen. Like, that's something what pisses me off about him. Even though I hate him and I think he's a bellend, like, I wouldn't lie and say he's a shit fighter, because he's not. But that's what he says about me. He's a midget, lad. He's tiny. He's smaller than Michael Chandler, and it'll be a very similar game plan to beat Ilia. That's a fight that you can have as a pay-per-view main event with no title on the line. He'd have to do a world tour for that, like they did with Aldo McGregor. That'd be f***ing hilarious.
Paddy Pimblett has just entered the top 10 contenders after destroying Michael Chandler. He predicted the fight word for word.
I can see me just dismantling him and beating him everywhere. And I can see me beating him more convincingly than Poirier, Gagey and Charles did. As I say, they've all made hard work of him. They've all made a tough fight. Most of them have been fight of the night. It's no fight of the night coming this time. I'm getting performance of the night after a fast finish.
Performance of the night went to Paddy Pimblett.
This could potentially set him up for a mega fight against Ilia Topuria, as he's just moved up to the same division, and the two have a history of rivalry.
I'm ranked 7 in the world now. I've just absolutely obliterated Michael Chandler, who has fought the who's who of the lightweight division, and I had close fights with them. That fight went so perfectly to what I've been doing with all my coaches. That's why I am going to be the best in the world. I game plan better than anyone. I forgot to mention Ilia in the cage, to be honest. That's how irrelevant he is in my life. I forgot to even mention El Chorizo, you know what I mean? I didn't even think of him. I'm ranked higher than him at lightweight.
Him out, please, loudly, shut up, man.
What began as playful banter quickly turned serious when Paddy Pimblett disrespected the Georgian people during a time of war in a tweet. Ilia Topuria didn't take it lightly and made sure to confront him face to face.
Fuck you, bitch. Fuck you, bitch.
Something happened with you guys, right?
Yeah.
What was that all about? I saw the video.
He said some stupid shit about Georgia, about my country. He said something like, now I understand why Russia is throwing bombs to Georgia. He said that on Twitter. Can you say this kind of stupid shit, you know what I mean? You can't joke. Sport is sport, we athletes, I respect all of that, but there are lines that you can't cross. People's lives are involved in this joke. You can't do that. So hopefully he puts himself in the spot where we can share the octagon one day, and he's gonna realize. Paddy Pimblett. Right now we are in the same weight division, and to be honest, I don't know what to tell you. If he's a good fighter, he's not a good fighter. Sometimes his fight sucks. Sometimes he does something that looks good. I don't know. He's a very average level of fighter. I know that I'm gonna face that one day, and I'm gonna smash his face.
He's small, he walks forward swinging shots. I'll kick him up and down the octagon, and I'll either knock him out or submit him. Like, that fight's there down the line. No, 100%. That fight's got to happen.
Paddy Pimblett showed tonight that he is the real deal. Beating Michael Chandler and beating him the way that he did. I don't know how you can doubt the kid anymore. He's in that spot now where he's going to be fighting top guys, yeah.
Before, Paddy Pimblett seemed like an average fighter who wasn't on the level to compete with Ilia Topuria. But now, after demolishing Michael Chandler and breaking into the top 10 rankings, he looks like the perfect tune-up fight for Topuria before a potential title shot at 155. Both fighters have star power, and with their backstory, this could turn into one of the biggest rivalries in UFC history. It won't be hard to make either. It's clear they're both eager to fight. Topuria sees Paddy as an average-level fighter who doesn't have what it takes to beat him.
Right now we are in the same weight division. He's a very average level of fighter.
While Paddy, though respectful of Topuria's skills, believes he's too small for the division and will struggle to close the distance, just like Chandler did. He sees it playing out the same way, with him dominating once again.
Like, I wouldn't lie and say he's a shit fighter, because he's not. He's tiny. He's smaller than Michael Chandler, and it'll be a very similar game plan to beat Ilia.
Ilia's fast as fuck. He's not slow at all. He doesn't have any disadvantages. He doesn't have any weaknesses, man. That's the thing. That's why I say he's the new high water mark. There's people that are thinking maybe he's the best pound for pound fighter alive. Like, there's a lot of discussion about that online. He might be the best.
Whatever, you sausage. Every fighter got underestimated and overlooked.
People think of Paddy only as a grappler, but his kicks were on point. He's so good, though, man. I'm so impressed with him. He looks like a world beater. The strategy was perfect. Stay on the outside, his legs up, and then you realize how big Paddy is, too.
Paddy is one of those guys that everybody talks about, and everybody wants to fight him, and everybody wants to call him out, and he keeps winning. The night was a big night for Paddy Pimblett. People, like we were just talking about, people have been doubting Paddy Pimblett every single fight he fights, and he's undefeated in the UFC.
Recently, it seems Ilia Topuria and Paddy Pimblett don't hate each other as much as they let on. Maybe it's all for the cameras to build a narrative for a big fight, or maybe they've just had time to cool off. Either way, when Paddy recently ran into Ilia, he extended a fist of respect, which Ilia responded to with a high five, showing some mutual respect.
So, and he let on go. I was staring at him over there, and he looked at me and went, what's all that? He looked at me, I was looking at him, and he done that. And then obviously on stage, as I walked past him, we both just like laughed and looked at each other. I thought it'd be quite funny to just go, and he went like that on me hand, and like high-fived it. We mightn't like each other, but have a little laugh then.
The beef isn't exactly squashed, but it looks like they're saving the trash talk for when the time is right. Another unexpected opponent could also be in the works for Paddy the Baddy. He's been training jiu-jitsu for a few years now and has been hinting at stepping into the cage.
But who I want to fight? Mark Zuckerberg? Lad, I'm going to punch your head in. I'm sick of you, lad. Know what I mean? Sick of you.
Like you were talking about having an MMA fight. Are you still entertaining that?
2025, I think, is going to be a very busy year.
Obviously, I'm joking, but seriously, who wouldn't buy a pay-per-view to watch Paddy Pimblett beat this lizard up?
I personally think now I'm one fight away from the title. People underestimate my striking all they want. I've focused on it so much over the past 2 years because I know my grappling's light years ahead of everyone else's. I'm the new kid on the block. I'm coming for these top 10, 12, now top 5 fighters. I'm coming for this belt. Laugh at me all you want. People have laughed at me my whole life while I've been coming up, thinking I won't amount to nothing, and I just keep proving you's all wrong every step of the way.
Paddy Pimblett also called out Charles Oliveira, saying he wants to prove he's the top submission guy in the game.
I want to be a world champion. I've always said that I am going to be a world champion, and beating a former champion like Charles Oliveira, who had 2 title defences, he gets called the best submission artist the UFC's ever seen, so I'd love to go up against that because I think I've got better submissions than Charles Oliveira.
He says he's down to fight anyone in the top 5 to become the #1 contender and get that title shot. Hit like on the video if you want to see him fight with Topuria. I think the buildup would be crazy. Let me know in the comments who you've got winning. And share this video to get the word out. This is the fight fans want to see next.